Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to start second lesson, national income. In national income, yesterday we have seen in economics, second lesson, the introduction, the meaning, the definition, and the basic concept of national income. Today we are going to see today we are going to see the methods of measuring national income. As we have completed all the measuring concepts in this lesson, now we are going to see the what are all the methods used for measuring national income. There are three methods. Number one, product method. Number two, income method. Number three, expenditure method. The product method will also be called as value added method. The income method will also be called as factor earning method. And the third one, expenditure method, will also be called as outlay method. Now, GDP at value of output, that is product method. The value added from each of the main economic sectors, that is primary sector, which is also called as agriculture sector. Now, secondary sector is also called as industrial sector. The manufacturing sector and quaternary sectors will also be called as tertiary sectors or service sectors. Second one, GDP at factor income, that is income method. In this, income from the people in jobs and in self-employment, that is wages and salaries. Second point, profits of the private sector business. And third point, rent from income from the ownership of land. Is nothing but what are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and organization. What are the sub-factors of production? Rent, wages, interest, and profit. All these will come under this. That is second method, the income method. In expenditure method, we'll talk about the consumption, the government spending, the investment spending, the change in value of stocks, the exports, and the imports. That is aggregate demand, which is called as GDP. Before going to these three methods, let us talk about what is factor cost and what is market price. Factor cost is nothing but there are number of inputs that are included into a production process when producing goods and services. These inputs are commonly known as factors of production and that include the things such as which I told you just now, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Producers of goods and services incur the cost of using these factors of production. These costs are ultimately added into the price of the product. The factor cost refer to the cost of production that is incurred by a firm when producing goods and services. Examples of such production costs include the cost of renting machines, purchasing machinery and land, paying salaries and wages, costing of obtaining from the capital, and the profit margins that are added by the entrepreneur. The factor cost does not include the tax that are paid to the government, since taxes are not directly involved in the production process and therefore are not a part of direct production cost. However, subsidies which are received are included in the factor cost, as subsidies are direct inputs into the production. In yesterday, we have seen NNP at factor price and NNP in market price. Once the goods and services are produced, they sold in the market at a set market price. The market price is a price that consumers will pay for the product when they purchase it from the sellers. These taxes charged by the government will be added on to the factor price, while subsidies provided will be reduced from the factor price to arrive at the market price. Taxes are added on because taxes are costs that increase the price, and subsidies are reduced because subsidies are already included in the factor cost and cannot be double counted when market prices included are calculated. You'll be getting a doubt how to calculate it. The formula for finding out MP market price is nothing but FC plus indirect tax minus subsidies will get MP. If we wanted to get FC, MP market price minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. It is easily it has been given in equation. So this one we have already seen what is meant by national NNP at factor cost and NNP and market price. Already in first class we have talked about. So I have given you the equation for you to find out. The next, let us go ahead with the all the three methods: product method, income method, and expenditure method. Let us see. In this all the three methods, we are going to see how these are used in measuring national income and what are all the things to be included, what are all the things to be excluded while measuring national income in all the three methods: product method, income method, and expenditure method. Product are value added method. It is also called as production method. It is also called as inventory method. It is about the production side. Product method measures the output of the country. All the goods and services produced in a country must be counted and converted against money value during a year. So, all these three things, all the three methods will be knowing what will be counted and what amount will not be counted. All the three methods will come to know. The gross value of output from the different sectors, that is, examples like agriculture, industry, trade, and commerce, is obtained for the entire economy during the year. The value of final product is derived by the summation of all the value added in the productive process. To avoid double counting, either the value of the final output should be taken into an account to estimate the GDP or the sum of value of all the products should have been taken. Similarly, the gross values of the output of animal husbandry, forestry, fishery, mining, and factory establishments are obtained by multiplying these estimates of total population with market losses. Net value of the output in these sectors is derived by making deductions for the cost of materials used in the process of production and depreciation allowances, etc., from gross value of output. Net value of output in each sector is measured in this way indicates the net contribution of the sector to the national income. Okay, let me see what are all the things to be included and what are all the things to be excluded in product method. Number one, in product method, what are all the precautions to be taken? What are all the precautions? If you see, there are three precautions. Number one, double counting. Number two, self-consumption. Number three, sale and purchase of second-hand goods. Double counting is to be avoided. First one should be avoided. What do you mean by double counting? You should know. Okay, let me give an example. Let me talk about double counting for 2 minutes. Double counting is to be avoided under the value of method, value added method. It is also called as value added method. Any commodity which is either a raw material or intermediate good for the final production should not be included. For example, the value of cotton enters the value of yarn at cost and the value of yarn in the cloth and that of the cloth in the garments, and at that every stage value added only should be calculated. Double counting should be avoided. Next, self-consumption. The value of output used for self-consumption should be counted while measuring national income. So, first one should be avoided, the second one should be counted. Third one, sale and purchase of second-hand goods. In this case, these are all called durable goods. Durable goods, sale and purchase of second-hand goods. For example, pre-owned cars, I can say, should not be included. So, out of these, second one only should be included, and first and third one should not be included. That is double counting, and sale or purchase of second-hand goods should not be included. let us come to income method. Income method approaches the national income from the distribution side. It is also called as factor earning method. Under this method, national income is calculated by adding up of all the incomes generated in the course of producing national product. What are the steps involved in this income method? Number one, the enterprises are classified into various industrial groups. In that, one, factored incomes are grouped under labor income, capital income, and mixed income. What is meant by labor income? The wages and the salaries and fringe benefits employers' contributions to the society. Second one, capital income. What is capital income? There is profit, the interest, the dividend, and the royalty. Third one, mixed income. That is farming, sole proprietorship, and other professions. Third one, national income is calculated at the domestic sector or the factor income plus net factor income from abroad. That is, this is adopted to estimate the contributions of remaining sectors like banking, insurance, transport, public authorities, etc. The calculation is national income is calculated by adding up of all the income generated in the course of producing national product. Y is equal to W plus R plus I plus Pi plus R minus P. That is, W is equal, Y is income, you know already. W is wages, R denotes rent, I denotes interest, Pi denotes profits, R denotes again, capital R denotes exports, and capital P denotes imports. Now, let us see what is to be included in income method. There are 4 points which are to be included in income method. 2 points not included, 2 points, and to be included 2 points, not to be included 4 points. What are the things to be not included? Number one, transfer payments. What is transfer payments? Transfer payments are not to be included in the estimation of national income. These are all the payments which are made by the government in the form of pensions, unemployment allowances, we can say. Okay. These payments are not received for any services provided in the current year. Example, pension, social insurance, etc. Second one, receipts from the sale of second-hand goods should not be treated as a part of national income. Why? Because they do not create a new flow of goods and services in the current year. Third one, windfall gain. What do you mean by windfall gain? Unexpected gain. That is, I can give you an example as lottery. Windfall gains such as lotteries are also not to be included as they do not represent the receipts from any current productive activity. Fourth one, corporate profit tax. Corporate profit tax also should not be included. Okay, it should be separately included. It should not be separately included. Why? Again and again, it has been already included in the part of company profit. Corporate profit, I have already told you, which is collected. Okay, in 11th standard tax lesson, I have told you. This is already included. So again, it should not be included. Now, then what to be included? Two things are to be included. Rent for self-occupied house and services provided by owners. Imputed value of rent for self-occupied or offices to be included. Second one, imputed value of services provided by the owners of production units, that is family members, that is family labor, needs to be included. Now, let us talk about third income. Product is over, income is over. Now, expenditure method. Expenditure method is also called as outlay method. Under this method, the total expenditure is incurred by the society in a particular year is added together. It includes the personal consumption expenditure, net domestic investment, government expenditure on consumption, as well as capital goods and net exports. So, GNP, gross national product, is equal to C plus I plus G into X minus M. C is nothing but private consumption expenditure. I denotes private investment expenditure. G denotes government expenditure. X minus M denotes net exports. What are the precautions to be added in expenditure or outlay method? There are 4 points. Number one, second-hand goods sale. That is already which we have seen in income method. Purchase of shares and bonds. Okay. Third one, transfer payments. Again, which we have seen in income method. Which or fourth one, which are we have already seen. Fourth one, expenditure on intermediate goods. What are intermediate goods? The goods which are occurring in the middle. That is the products which are sold. Okay, in between, at between extremes. First one, second one, third one, and fourth one. All the precautions which are all to be included or not to be included. Let us see. First one, second-hand goods. The expenditure made on second-hand goods should not be included. Purchase of shares and bonds. Expenditure on purchase of old shares and the bonds in the secondary market should not be included. And expenditure towards the payment incurred by the government, like old age pensions, should not be included. Then, expenditure on intermediate goods, that is, expenditure on seeds and fertilizers by the farmers, cotton, yarn by the textile industries are not to be included to avoid double counting. That is, the only expenditure on final goods are to be included. Yes, so far we have completed the three methods which are used for measuring the national income and what are all the precautions to be taken, what to be included and what to be not included while measuring the national income. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.